Hi guys, hope everyone is well. Much appreciated everyone buying a weighted ball. They're a fantastic tool, not only for bowling but also for batting and fielding as well. So the purpose of this video is to provide you with some drills that can help you and your child perform at their best by using the weighted ball, either in a warm-up or in specific skills training. Right, so we're going to work on some bowling drills first. Now, we're going to do some drills that are standing up, and then we're going to do some drills that are actually with us kneeling on the ground. We'll start with the standing up ones first. These are some drills that I do with most of my fast bowlers. And to be honest, with the weighted ball, because it's heavy, we're mostly working on fast bowlers rather than spinners. So these are going to be less relevant for spin bowling, but you can still use it for follow through and whatnot for spin bowling. So the first one's really simple. 2 feet stuck in the ground facing forward. And the bowler's just got, I'm right-handed by the way. So one arm, their bowling arm, left hand in the pocket or beside them, and then working on full rotation of the arm. So coming straight down, not going up and around. So straight down, straight back, over, and then following through, okay? Like that. And you can obviously do that into the side net. So that's drill number 1. Drill number 2, same thing, your bottom half stays still, and then you're getting your left arm involved, or your non-bowling arm. So obviously for me, I'm a right-handed bowler, non-bowling arm is my left hand, so I'm up like this, and then pulling through, okay? The last one, it's a really simple one, you're now just walking into your bowling action. So you might either take one step into your bowling action, or you might take a couple of steps into your bowling action. Doesn't really matter. The whole point is you're working on full rotation of both arms, so you're following through and snapping your body forward, okay? Obviously the ball's weighted, so it's a bit harder, it's a bit heavier, and that teaches the kid or teaches the player to really get that arm speed going and get full rotation. We're not being lazy when we're doing this because the ball goes nowhere. We're wanting to really put ourselves under pressure and stretch and contract those muscles, so we're doing the movement very, very quickly. You can get a second ball in. So especially when you're doing the 2-hand drill, you can get the second ball in, and then you're working on releasing both balls. So you're working on releasing that non-bowling arm as well. So you're working on completely finishing off your action with your non-bowling side, and that'll help pull through your bowling side. The other thing you can do these drills on the ground actually. So you can do some kneeling work and do the same drills. Okay. It's a bit harder when you're doing the kneeling drills. It's always preferred that we go on our opposite knee to what we would normally. So if I'm a right-handed bowler, my left knee would be up. But what that does is it actually restricts your ability to follow through. So we actually try and swap it around. What this causes us to really try and use our hips. And once we sort of use our hips, we can create some hip and shoulder separation. We can really get the ball behind our body, create our body in a nice long stretch, and then we can follow all the way through. So when you're doing your kneeling drills, do it the opposite leg. So if you're a right-handed bowler, your left knee's down. If you're a left-handed bowler, your right knee's down. Okay? And again, you can use both balls to work on both arms and their roles. So in terms of fielding, it's quite similar to bowling with the drills. So you can do the exact same drills, you're just throwing the ball instead of bowling the ball. So for example, one hand in a pocket. This one, instead of keeping our body nice and straight like we would when we're bowling, we're actually rotating our body. So we're twisting our body into this side-on position, and then we can follow through like so. Same thing when we're using 2 arms. There. Go, and then obviously step, throw, okay? And of course you can have 2 balls in your hand, doesn't really matter. So there, just helps with that follow through. That's the whole point of the bowling and non-bowling, the non-throwing arm, helping you pull through, and that throwing or bowling arm comes forward with it as well. And you can do the exact same drills on the ground with throwing as well, kneeling wise. So they're both quite similar. Obviously the main difference is you're throwing the ball, so the ball's going further behind you, you're rotating your body when you throw, whereas when you're bowling, your hips and your chest mostly stay forward compared to the throw, which is always side on. Alright, so with your batting drills, you either need a person underarming the ball at you, or you need a batting team. It's pretty hard to do this stuff without anyone. I guess you could throw the ball up to yourself and hit it, but it would obviously be better if you were hitting the ball off the tee, or you had someone actually providing a small underarm feed to you. So the first one we're going to work on, I don't have anyone with me at the moment, so underarm feed should be fairly self-explanatory. When you're giving the underarms, you can work on any type of shot. It's about the player finishing through the ball. So the whole idea is the weighted ball is quite hard, it's full of sand. When it hits the bat, it really compresses into the bat, so it doesn't feel great off the bat. So for you to actually get any purchase when you're hitting the weighted ball, you have to hit through the ball. Okay, you can't just tap the ball. If you tap the ball, you're going to bounce there and go nowhere. So the whole idea is you're actually striking through the ball. So if I'm playing a cover drive, strike through the ball. If I'm playing a back foot punch, strike through the ball. Pull shot, strike through, so on and so forth. So with an underarm, it should be a full swing the bat through the line of the ball, and don't expect the ball to go too far. That's just how the weighted ball works. Okay? One thing I can show you, obviously there are a couple of drills you can do with the batting tee. Batting tee is outstanding. You can take it anywhere. You can kill so many hours of time just with a batting tee and a bat. Okay? So the obvious one that I've done before with players, you're striking the ball off the batting tee, and again, you're working on hitting the ball powerfully. You're working on following through the line of the ball. Okay? None of this poking. If you poke the ball, dribble away. You want the ball to go far away. Okay? Wasn't the greatest shot there, but we'll take it. Okay? The other thing you can do with the batting tee, one of the problems that a lot of kids have when they're facing spin is when they're coming down a wicket, their hands stay low. So when they're actually going to strike the ball, their hands are here. When we want to come down a wicket, we want to try and pick our hands up as we're going into that strike position. So that's something you can work on here. Obviously, if you're charging down a wicket and you've got no backswing, that's as hard as I can hit it. So work on that. Player needs to pick up their hands as they go to strike. So there, pick up through the line of the ball. Okay? So they're pretty much a few of the drills that you can do batting, bowling and fielding wise. There's so many other drills that you could probably come up with yourself when you see a particular issue with your son, your daughter, or even yourself, and go have fun with the weighted balls. They're an absolutely fantastic tool, really cost-effective way to work on hitting through the ball, throwing and bowling with power, using our body to actually help us from a technique perspective. Enjoy, guys.